So we're going to be doing some flight tracking. This is not why I do this, but this is part of it, and I just wanted to share this with you. It's January 30th, 2025, the time of this recording, and last night, we had a accident at near Washington. Had a passenger plane collide with a Blackhawk. So this is just going to be my take on it with flight tracking. Did some screenshots with my phone. As you can see, this is 12:42 early this morning, 12:42 a.m. and this occurred at 8:48, 8:49, 8:58, somewhere after 8 o'clock, almost 9 o'clock last night. So this here is current, the bigger map. This is got it zoomed in, and this is 3 hours after it happened. They were searching, looking for debris and other things. So I just wanted to share this with you. I don't have any footage or anything like this. It's just all of what I've done. I'm not going to be showing any videos or anything. Going to move on to 12:44. Just another picture. You can see the emergency vehicles over here on the phone app, and all the airport was closed, so no movement, no aircraft landing or taking off. And I say that in the time of this recording, we have one. I saw one just land right before I started this recording, and it's 11:30 a.m. on January 30th, 2025, the day after the accident. So apparently the airport is open. There's one taking off, and I seen one just land, and it looks like they're ramping up. Yeah, they're taxiing out. Their airport's back open. Okay. I think that was probably the plan, even though it was definitely a tragic moment last night for a lot of people, a lot of families. And yeah, this is part of aviation. I will reiterate, this is very, very tragic. Very huge loss. One life is too much. Aviation is safe, and it's going to happen. Unfortunately, but I just want to share my take on it. This is not why I do the flight tracking. I just track planes for fun, but sometimes we have stuff that goes wrong in real life, and this is part of it. We'll zoom in, and this was, let's see, let's go up to 1 o'clock a.m. I just so happened to wake up, and this is early in the morning for me, 1 a.m. And you can see how the emergency vehicles ramped up, and they had boats in the water looking for survivors and debris, trying to gather up everything they could. And jump on over to, there's a zoomed in, you can sort of see the emergency vehicles. They even have trackers, transponders. I guess it's for the airport to see where they're at. The tower, I would suppose. I really don't know, because there's so much traffic. Very busy airport, challenging airport for the pilots to land at. And yeah, this is see, 1:08 a.m. You can see there's different helicopter in the air. They're scouring and looking for debris and persons, and they have spotlights on these so they can sort of help the searchers as well. And we'll go back over here to the live. Yes, so the airport's open back up. It's Ronald Reagan International. So DCA is the identifier, and it'll tell you all the information. You type that in and look it up. All airports have identifiers, and they're all unique to the airport itself. So then here we have a it's a different helicopter, looks like, and I put the labels on it so you can see the different ones. I think this is DC patrol up here, and that's emergency personnel, fire trucks, EMS. And there's the helicopter, and there's the patterns they were searching, because the debris, where this is a river, Potomac River, it was the tide was going out. I think it was becoming low tide, so it was taking the debris south. It's the only reason I took this screenshot, to sort of show that point. And it's a minute later. It's a different helicopter. It's on the ground here, but it shows you the flight path, what they were doing. They were scouring the river looking for any possible survivors. Still, at that time, even though the water temperature was 35 degrees and there was ice floating around the river, ice chunks, so they had divers in the water. So, you know, thank them for their actions. And I think it was, what I heard on some of the radio communications, it was managed pretty well. Everything sounded coordinated. It wasn't a mass hysteria, and I'm sure it's due to a lot of training and preparedness for something like that. It's sort of odd, those two be that close together. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to jump over here to Flight Radar 24, and we're going to look at what traffic it shows on that, and it does show active. So the airport is reopened. Ronald Reagan Washington National Airport. Said international, it's just national, but Ronald Reagan. It's right on the Potomac River, so there's we can see that. And I wanted to bring this up just for a minute to show you. This is a paid version. I'm not sponsored by them, anything affiliated. All these links to these trackers are in the description if you'd like to check them out yourself. This is a paid version. We can actually look at the 3D view, and it'll show you the aircraft in action. So this is going to be U.S. Park Police, Department of Interior. So you can see the flight path, and you can change it, change the angle, so it looks like it's getting ready to land, probably, maybe, or just taking off. Yeah, he's sort of low. You can zoom in, zoom out, shows the area. And with this version, you also have, this is like the chase camera, or you have the pilot's camera. So it's a cool feature, and you can see other aircraft. That one there's 1900 feet, and you can see different aircraft that way, or you can zoom out and it'll show you. This is going to be flat. It's sort of 2D. It's not 3D. 3D is the aircraft. That's what that means down here. This shows you the flight path. I just think it's pretty cool. And you can just let it move it around, or you can hit follow, and it'll keep it in the middle of your screen. And this follow, that's part of the 3D is part of the paid subscription. So there's that. I just wanted to point that out. So if you're tracking the aircraft, you can always, if you had the paid version, it's not that much. You can gives you an idea with the map. pretty cool, where you can bend it down, and it's going to do that every once in a while when it loses tracking. You know, that helicopter's not going backwards, but yeah, that's part of it sometimes. But there it goes, it's caught back up. It's sort of laggy sometimes, but that's that. And next I'm going to jump over here to FlightAware, which this is the TFR for DC. This is up indefinitely. It's always here. It says indefinite. You can see surface to 17,900 feet MSL, and that's straight up in this circle. And this, I think this is, I don't know how big this one is. I've never really researched it and looked. Okay, so down here it shows this is 10 miles, so it's pretty big. But it does show the airport activity, so yeah, that's good that it's up and going. We'll still remember the people that were lost in the tragic event here, though. We've got to keep that in mind. But I wanted to share that with you, just a different look on things. This is how I look at certain events, or just looking just because. There's that. Until the next time we'll see you, and keep your eyes in the sky.